Hello and welcome back to the program. Well, as you can see, we've now made our way to our Okaloosa County studio. We're going to talk about a great event that happens each year out on Okaloosa Island. It's put on by the Kiwanis Club of Fort Walton Beach. It is the Small Fry Fishing Rodeo. Joining me now to talk about that are Lee Jackson and Marv McKinley with the Kiwanis Club. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on the program today.
Our pleasure.
Yeah, pleasure.
Tell me a little bit more. Let's start off about the Kiwanis Club. A lot of people might have heard of you guys, have heard of the organization, but might not be as familiar with what you do. Tell us what the mission is of the Kiwanis Club.
Well, the Kiwanis is an international organization, and our main focus is on children. Our club helps with children in our city and in our county, and we also help out in the state of Florida for the Florida District and Kiwanis International. We do things to help those children that sometimes cannot help themselves. We do such as food baskets at Thanksgiving and Christmas. We have service clubs in the schools and elementary and the middle schools and in high schools. And our particular club has the only internationally key club for the disadvantaged kids at our Silver Sand School.
That's great, having Silver Sands here in Fort Walton Beach and having that relationship, that's fantastic. And Lee, he mentioned a couple of the different programs, but tell us a little bit more about how people can get involved, or if there's a program out there that'd like to partner with the Kiwanis Club. How do people volunteer? How do they get involved with the Kiwanis Club?
Well, what we're finding as our membership ages, and all service clubs seem to have the same problem, is we need to become joint workers with other organizations that perhaps have something they're wanting to do for children, or that they can work with us to help in our children's programs. Of course, becoming a member is one of the more direct ways, and time is very valuable, and we understand that about people, but the lunch is really good at our business meeting every week. And then we have fundraisers like the pancake breakfast, which will be this coming Saturday, where we sell tickets, and that can be help in that. Sure. Also.
Yeah, so you guys, obviously, to put on all these programs that help the youth in the community, y'all have to have these fundraisers. You have to have events to raise money. You mentioned the pancake breakfast, but also I mentioned at the top the Small Fry Fishing Rodeo that takes place out on Okaloosa Island. Give us some of the details, kind of the who, what, when, where, as to the rodeo and what people can expect.
Okay, well, it's going to be at the Wayside Park on Okaloosa Island at our very own Kiwanis Lake. And we send out flyers to all the elementary schools and invite all the students to participate. And we usually have between 40 and 60 youngsters come out and fish, and they generally have a great time. The winners receive trophies and fishing poles, and they have a lot of fun. Absolutely.
So Kiwanis Lake, where is that on Okaloosa Island? Where can you find that? I don't think people are as familiar, because as long as I had lived here, I didn't know that's what that body of water actually was.
Actually, you can see it from the Highway 98. It's right there at
Boardwalk.
The boardwalk, yeah. So you can pull in anywhere along there, and you'll probably see us surrounding the lake. We have kids that go all the way around the lake. We have people with parents who are experts, and then we have kids that just come out and have no idea what they're doing, and they just have a ball.
So is there a charge for the kids to come out, or
No.
is it free?
It's free to the children, and parents are encouraged to come out also. And the rules we have is that anybody can throw the bait into the lake, but the child has to land the fish.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you don't forget that first fish you land.
Yeah, and for the beginners, we know when that happens.
Yeah,
because they're screaming and hollering.
Oh, absolutely. So with the lake there, obviously I would assume you have to stock the lake. What kind of fish do you have in the lake?
We stock the fish every year with striped bass.
Oh, okay.
So there's thousands and thousands of striped bass in there, among other fish. and when they pull them out, that's when we know what they're getting.
What other fish are
That's right.
This year they've also added, I believe, about 500 catfish.
Okay. So can people fish in this outside of this event? I mean, is this something is fishing allowed in the lake?
Well, they do.
They do?
Well, yeah.
Whether it's allowed or not, they do?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay.
Because if they have a license, they can fish.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more. I don't think we touched on the date. What is the date of the
Okay,
event?
the date is Saturday, 4 May, and it'll get started about around 7:30. We'll register them, and then they'll actually start fishing at 8 o'clock.
Now, you mentioned that you gave out the flyers to the schools here in
Right.
Okaloosa County. What if somebody's driving by? You know, somebody driving by with their family on 98. Can they stop and take part?
We'll have poles that we lend if they don't have any fishing equipment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, come on in. They do need to be elementary school age children. I mean,
Right.
It's not for middle school or older.
And we get them registered.
Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, that's sounds like a great event. It's something I wish I could have brought my kid to, but he's now a little bit past that stage. But he loves fishing
you told
himself.
us that your wife reminded
She
you
did.
Took you, or at least she took
She
it.
I don't know where I was, but she did. So, you know, great event. You guys have been doing it for a long time, and I appreciate both of you coming on the program today and telling us about it. So good luck with the event.
Thank you.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Sure. And thank you for tuning in this month. Join us next month as we take another look across the Gulf Coast.